Welcome to the Tuesday Top 10 show at The Collective. This is episode 48, highlighting the best new comics you should be picking up for the week of June 4th and 5th, 2024. If you watch the show and enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts, feedback, and opinions about what you see on the show. And if you pick up a comic that you see on the show, make sure you tell us when you check out at the shop. Don't forget to log into your Comic Hub account on Friday, June 7th after 5 p.m. to pre-order your comics. This is done under the Shop Coming Soon and Last Call FOC sections, and orders are due by midnight on June 8th to guarantee your copy of any single issue or open order cover. If you see an incentive cover that you like, you can send us your request for that via the Hub. You can call us at 407-637-2843 or 321-295-7091. That's also a cell phone number, so you can send us a text with your request as well. Follow the store on social media. That's at Collective CCG in all platforms, and our Discord server. If you're in the shop, there is a sign at the register with QR codes for those. You can scan to get a quick link. Join us Tuesday nights for Star Wars game nights. That's Star Wars Shatterpoint with Javen and Jack, or casual Star Wars Unlimited in 2-player or Twin Suns multiplayer format. Wednesday is D&D or Open D&D night. Join a new one-shot campaign with one of several groups starting at 6 p.m. On Thursdays, it's board game nights. Jasper will be running a demo of a selected board game, so feel free to join them. And check out our Whatnot channel also at Collective CCG for comics back issue auctions. That's hosted by Donna. Sundays, it's vintage comics from the 90s and 90s and older. Wednesdays, it's modern comics, 2000s and newer. And you can pick up your books in the store if you are a customer here. Just make sure you have your code ready so it can be claimed. We do have extended store hours for the summer, so on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday we are open until 11 p.m. All right. Got some comic news. This is the order book highlights, some things to keep an eye out for on the FOC. First is Stephanie Phillips and Goran Sudzuka's Red Before Black. This is a crime noir story set in Florida. This should be really good. Hello Darkness #2. This is a horror anthology by Garth Ennis and James Tynion, and many others. #1 should be on FOC very soon if it hasn't already FOC'd. So make sure to check that out. This is going to be a great anthology. Kind of a classic throwback horror book to 50s horror, EC and the like. We got a new Johnny Quest coming out from Dynamite, Johnny Quest #1. I like the art style on that. Oh, look, tab crashed. Should be used to that. That's by Joe Casey. So if you like some of Joe Casey's recent Image books, check that out. Tom King and Jeff Spokes are doing a Jenny Sparks miniseries. This is a black label, so alternate reality, not in continuity. This is a Wildstorm character, so if you're familiar with the 90s Wildstorm characters, you'll know this character. Definitely check this one out. I'm going to be picking this one up. I'm looking forward to that because it's Tom King. Bear with me as I deal with technical difficulties. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, The Kryptonian Age, a sequel to the is it the 90s or early 2000s Gotham by Gaslight series. You got Andy Diggle and Leandro Fernandez on this one. You got a sequel to DC vs. Vampires. This is Volume 3. This is World War V. Oh, spoke too far. Matthew Rosenberg and Otto Schmidt. Otto Schmidt's art has come a long way. It was already good, but it's gotten even better. Definitely be checking out this 12-issue maxi series. Uncanny X-Men #1. The X-Men relaunch is coming in July. Actually, actually says August 7th. So they start in July, but this one's coming on August 7th. This is Gail Simone and David Marquez on an Uncanny X-Men book. This is the first time Uncanny X-Men has been in publication for a few years. Definitely check that out. Alright, Wolverine Revenge. This is going to be a hot book by Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo. This is the first time that Greg Capullo has done interiors for Marvel in probably 20 years. Another Wolverine book. Oh, this is the Red Band edition. So Marvel's doing some more of these Red Band editions where they're polybagged, they have additional art, more violent, a little more blood, more pages. I like that. It's cool. We got Ultraman Cross Avengers #1. This is a 5-issue miniseries featuring Avengers versus or teaming up with Ultraman. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to check that one out. Not sure if I'm on board for it, but I'm curious. And some Alex Segura doing a Spider Society, so another chapter in the Spider-Verse ongoing. I don't know, again, curious. I don't know if I'll be picking that one up, but if you liked all of the Spider-Verse content, it might be worth a look. That is all I have for news. Let's get into the top 10. Slipped a little bit. All right, this is a reprint. Slipped again. This is Bitterroot #1. This is a Image First Bitterroot #1 by Chuck Brown and Sanford Green and David F. Walker. This series is really good. This is a $1 book, so if you missed this when it was being published originally, check this out. I'm definitely picking this one up. Right, we've got number 10. Tall stack of comics is not wanting to cooperate there. God. This is Vampirella Dark Reflections. This is a multiverse tale of Vampirella featuring Lilith. We have a story by Tom Snigoski and Janine Atchison. Daniel Main on art. We have a Jenny Frison main cover. We have a Lucio Perillo cover and a Joseph Michael Linsner cover on Vampirella Dark Reflections #1. Next up is Cult of the Lamb from the video game. This is an adaptation by Oni Press. Ties into the game. I'm not exactly sure how the story ties in. It's an adaptation or additional story. We'll find out. This is written by Alex Packnadel and pencils by Troy Little. We have a Carlos Dalmau main cover, a Troy Little variant, we have a Tony Fleeks variant, and a Junie Ba variant. That's number 9, Cult of the Lamb #1. Number 8, we have DC Pride, a celebration of Rachel Pollack. This is reprints from the 90s. LGBTQ stories by DC Comics. Stories by Rachel Pollack and Joe Corallo. Michael Allred, Scott Eaton, and Ry Hickman on art. Laura Allred on colors. John Workman and Clem Robbins on letters. We have the Michael Allred, Laura Allred, Scott Eaton, Richard Chase, Tom Zucco, and Daniel Vazzo jam cover. This is the only cover for this book. This is DC Pride, a celebration of Rachel Pollack #1. All right. Number 7 is My Adventures with Superman #1. This is an adaptation of the hit animated series. If you haven't been checking this out, so don't remember exactly where that's streaming. I'll have to check because I do want to watch this. This is by Jose Campbell with art by Pablo Collar, colors by Nick Filardi, letters by Lucas Gattoni. We have a Carly Squitieri main cover, Gavin Guidry on the variant, and a design variant, not an incentive, just a regular open order design variant, also by Callie Squitieri. That is My Adventures with Superman #1. Next up at number 6 is Profane #1. This is a Boom Studios noir mystery set in Los Angeles, written by Peter Milligan, with art by Raul Fernandez, colors by Giada Marchisio, and letters by Jeff Eckelberry. And we have a single cover by Javier Rodriguez, which looks great. Definitely check this out. This is Profane #1. Number 5. Roaring through this list is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha #1. This is a special lead-in to the biggest relaunch in years. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is relaunching from IDW by Jason Aaron. This book is drawn by Chris Burnham with colors by Brian Reber. And we have a Chris Burnham cover, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha #1, leading into the relaunch. Next up is Ultimates #1. should space that out before I do that. This is the new launch in the relaunched Ultimate Universe. This is the return of the Ultimates from Marvel Comics by Denise Camp, art by Juan Frigeri, colors by Federico Blee, and letters by Travis Lanham. We have a Daike Ruan main cover, a fantastic classic Ultimates Brian Hitch variant, an Iban Coelho foil variant by Iron Man, In-Hyuk Lee doing Ant-Man and the Wasp. I like that one a lot. I'll probably pick this one up. John Tyler Christopher with the Negative Spaces cover. This one is fantastic. Love these Negative Spaces covers. And we have a Ryan Stegman team variant with Wasp and Iron Man and Ant-Man. That is the Ultimates #1. Next we have at #3, Scarlet #1, the new launch by Skybound and Image Comics. This is Shauna O'Hara, who is Scarlet, must infiltrate the Arashikage clan in this Black Ops mission. This is written by fan favorite Kelly Thompson with art by Marco Ferrari and colors by Lee Lowridge. We have a Marco Ferrari and Lee Lowridge main cover. We have a Joel Jones variant and 2 variants on the Jason Howard cover, the black and white and the full color. That's Scarlet #1. Alright, in a book that certainly would be the #1 book if not for a great indie that I've been waiting for a long time. This is X-Men #35, also known as Uncanny X-Men #700. This is a milestone issue for both series. And this is the main cover by Pepe Larraz and Marte Gracia. The Krakoan era comes to its conclusion in this double-sized final issue. So all of the X-Men books are ending, coming up for the relaunch. This is by Kieran Gillen, Al Ewing, and Jerry Duggan, with art by Sarah Pichelli, Stefano Caselli, Jerome Pena, Lynel Francis Yu, Phil Noto, Mark Brooks, Walter Simonson, Luciano Vecchio, Lucas Wernick, Joshua Cassera, and John Romita Jr. So a murderer's row of talented art in this book. Definitely worth picking up for that alone. Inks by Scott Hanna, colors by Sonny Go and David Curiel, letters by Clayton Cowles. Again, the Pepe Larraz main cover. We have a Betsy Cola Pride variant with Storm and Iceman. They have the Russell Dowderman 90s trading card variant. And we have a jam cover by Scott Koblish, who's been doing Marvel art for probably the past 30 years. Great jam cover featuring, probably an homage of George Perez in a way, featuring so many characters. I like that cover a lot. Alright. And #1 for the week on my list here is Falling in Love on the Path to Hell #1. Samurais and gunslingers existed at roughly the same time, and in this series they are crossing over. This is by Jerry Duggan with art by Gary Brown, colors by Chris O'Halloran, and letters by Joe Sabino. We have a Gary Brown single cover on this one. This is a tale of a samurai and a gunslinger in different zones that end up meeting. This is going to be a great miniseries. The art in there is already fantastic. I mean, this is the kind of thing that I say a lot, where comics can try to do some kind of moonshot that you wouldn't really see in TV or movies, and it really works. Even if it sounds like something that it wouldn't, this is going to be great. Definitely pick up Falling in Love on the Path to Hell #1. And that is all we have for this week. Have a great one, everyone.